You're watching DPS TV, where we cover anything and everything that's Denver Public Schools. I'm Shira Pullman, and this week, it's all about the East High Angels.
My flow's gonna be ahead.
We're going to introduce you to Richard Nelson, an expert on the history of East High School, and also Kenneth Crowley, known as KC, and the head boy out of East. Then we're going to wrap up the show with a performance from the Bandroo, who had an opportunity to perform at the Bluebird Theater downtown Denver. So let's meet Richard Nelson. Richard Nelson literally wrote the book on East High School. It's called Flight of Angels. He knows all the cool spots out at East. He showed us a few, and we're going to share them with you.
My name is Richard Nelson. I am a co-curator of the East High Museum, a former 35-year teacher at Denver East High School, and the author of Flights of Angels. We're standing in front of Denver East High School, the oldest high school in the state of Colorado and in the city of Denver, of course, public school. It sits on the corner of Esplanade and Colfax at the entrance of City Park. You'll see the statues that rise above you facing Colfax. They are called the Sullivan Gateway, built in 1919 by then Mayor Bill Spears. But they had a lot of money and a lot of architectural vision in those days, and they built what has come to be known, I think, as one of the most beautiful architectures in the city of Denver. Hi, Corliss. We're standing in one of the most beautiful interior spots of Denver East High School, the East High Library, opened in 1925 with the school. It has this beautiful architecture, the beautiful Elizabethan ceiling, and the mural on the wall that was done in 1934 as part of a WPA project, an artist named Hugh Weller. You can see on the top a number of busts that came from the old school, from Old East. Must have been a common class gift to give to the school from the senior class, a bust of a famous person. I came in 1964, right off the farm, and I remember coming to the front of East High School and literally stopping dead in my tracks saying, this can't be a high school. It's too beautiful to be a high school. Okay, we are now in the symbolic place of East High School, the East High Tower room, which we have created as an East High museum. We just have collections of pictures and of athletic pictures and trophies and all kinds of playbills and class rings, and we have every yearbook. The oldest yearbook we have is called the Annual of Denver High Schools, 1894, but beautiful photography of the old school and some of the pictures, graduating classes. But this is what one of the old marching uniforms looked like. A lot of books written by people who graduated in the 50s. Well, the girls had to start their own debate club. They couldn't be with the boys in debate, so they started their own debate society, their own literary society, and these are the top girls at East High School, 1921. You had to have strong character, great academics, and loyalty to service. The girl's name is Mary Brent from the class of 67. I had her as a student in English, and she wanted it to be left here. Before you had yearbooks, this was the thing to do. You go down and you'd have your picture taken, and you'd have several taken, and then you'd go and you'd exchange them with your friends. And this was your walking yearbook. Here's probably the oldest picture we have of an athletic event. It's a football team from 1893. I require every freshman class to come up here for an hour and a half, and we talk history and East High School. And each one of them has a project to do where they have to research something about East, or something about Denver, or something about famous people in Colorado or Colorado history. And then we come up here and we just relive the story about East High School. This is the only mistress my wife allows me to have, is East High School. She says you can spend all the time you want to with that lady.
Thank you so much to Richard Nelson for taking the time to show us around East High School. I feel like not only did I learn a ton about the history of East, but also a little bit about Denver and even Colorado. While we were there, I sat down with KC, Kenneth Crowley, the head boy at East. He told me all about his experiences these past 4 years and all about his plans for the future. So Kenneth, you are the head boy at East.
Yes.
And it's not Kenneth, it's Casey.
Yes.
Kenneth Crowley.
Yes, ma'am.
What is a head boy? What does that mean exactly to East High School?
The head boy is student body president. What that means to East is the leader of the school, the leader of student body. Student body looks up to the head boy and head girl for everything. We created the year of business, and that really just recognizes students who really aren't excelling as far as like valedictorian straight A's. So each month we recognize 5 students from each grade as much as possible, each race. We try to get as a diverse group as possible, recognize them each month. And I don't know, that's just one way. I don't know, head boy, head girl, we kind of leave our stamp. But I never even knew who we had a head boy. Like my freshman year, like head boy, I'd never heard of it. But I continue each year, we continue to get involved in a little more stuff. Like we start joining clubs like Black Student Alliance, National Honor Society, and a lady by the name of Aziza, she said, you guys should be on student council. And we're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is student council? And it was just from there on, it was just magic. And I never looked back, and it's just been fun ever since.
East seemed very near and dear to your heart. What are you going to miss about it? What are you going to take from it, and what are you going to miss?
You can't prejudge people, you know what I'm saying? Just because you don't know where people come from. You don't know what people go through. And that's really what East has taught me, just to love each and every person, no matter where they come from, what they look like, you know, how they dress, anything. So East has really taught me how to love people, how to respect people. But I'm just gonna miss the teachers. The teachers are so passionate about what they do. And the history at East is so rich. And to be a part of it is something that's so rewarding and is so near and dear.
So what are the plans next year?
Plans, go to Langston University. My mom and dad graduated from there. I get my business degree, and I want to start my own nonprofit.
What makes you passionate about having a nonprofit for young Black males?
Because somebody helped you along your way and how it helps you become successful. I want to start as early as middle school, keeping them on track, keeping them focused, giving them the right foundation, the right understanding, the right morals and values if they're not getting it at home especially, to be successful so that they can go out in the world and be prepared to tackle anything. And that's one of my biggest things in life is to give back. And I think that's the most important thing that we as people need to do.
My flow's gonna be ahead.
Kenneth is such an awesome student. We're so proud of him, and we're so proud of all of our graduating seniors across the district. But of course, these students wouldn't be where they are today if it weren't for the amazing teachers of Denver Public Schools. So, stepping away from East High School for just a moment, DPS TV made a video for National Teacher Appreciation Week. And it gave the students an opportunity to speak to those teachers who have made a difference in their lives. So that video is this week's DPS TV Shout Out.
Something I love about my teachers is when they can make what we're learning relatable to me and they can make interesting lesson plans.
Like I love that they support me and that they pick me up whenever I'm down.
She gave me my name tag first and picked me as the 90th because I've been doing a great good job doing my work.
The thing I love about my teachers is they're easy to talk to, they're comfortable to be around.
They do really good science projects and my teacher makes really good cookies.
They're always there to support you and they're always there when you need them.
Because they teach me how to do everything.
Ronnie Valdez. She's my favorite teacher because she's crazy, loud, and but at the same time she teaches me what I'm supposed to be doing.
And his name is Mr. Morgan. Well, this is his last name. His name is Jeffrey.
What's your favorite thing about him?
He's nice.
Probably Miss Atwood because how she's never given up on me.
I would say it would be my speech teacher, Mr. Murphy. He's been by far the most inspirational person I've ever met.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Miss T. She helps me with my work when it's really hard.
Miss Betts is my favorite teacher because she was able to understand my way of learning, and she made it really easy for me to approach her.
Mr. Namolsky, he's like my mentor. We really have a personal relationship, and we really built that over the years.
My favorite teacher is Catherine Day. She's my 8th grade science teacher. She knows how to listen when someone's trying to talk to her.
Hi, Miss Harkness. She helps me learn because she brings me all the kids to music and outside and to lunch.
A teacher is everything that anybody should ever want to be.
A teacher is someone who's there to support you in all aspects of your life.
Inspirational.
Smart.
A role model.
Why don't you see penguins in Britain? Why? Because they're afraid of whales.
What are you gonna be when you grow up?
Iron Man.
When I think of a teacher, I think of someone who is dedicated.
Compassion, love.
They're there to help us and help me to become a better student.
I think of someone who tries to get to know you on a personal level.
Take us outside and they help us. They help us do stuff and help us learn.
Somebody that motivates you, inspires you.
I think of that crazy person. I want them to relate to me.
Very smart.
Someone who is there for you.
Teachers are the best, man. Teachers are the best.
Teachers make me special. We love our teachers! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thank you so much to all of our teachers for everything that they do. Now, as I promised, wrapping up this show, there's going to be a performance from the Bandroo. First Lady of Denver, Mary Louise Lee, wife of Mayor Michael Hancock, and also a graduate of Denver Public Schools, has an initiative to bring back the arts. She hosted a district-wide competition, and the 8 finalists from that competition had an opportunity to play at Bluebird Theater downtown Denver. One of those finalists was East's very own crazy sock-wearing band of Rue.
We are Rue. Max Besseson, terrific saxophone player. Ty Wagner, another terrific drum player. Got Cale Wagner on the bass, Andy Post playing the keys, and Alex Bacon singing with me as well as playing electric guitar. Playing at the Bluebird, you know how many shows we've been to here? It's surreal almost. I don't know about you guys. I mean, let's do facial expressions. How you feel? Shocked, excited.
Right.
I don't know what that was. I'd like to talk about one of our band directors, Keith Oxman. Probably the most inspirational teacher, at least I've ever met, maybe person. He's like a really good friend now to all of us. And we'll have really long conversations with us, and he's given us awesome opportunities. And he's the reason actually we're all together, because we met through the jazz program. And if this is about bringing back the arts to DPS schools, that's the guy. That's we need people like Keith Oxman.
Have you ever seen a drunk guy fall? Have you ever seen a building crawl? Have you ever seen a sun beat on a crown? You were found in the world that float above your head when a chain runs you down. Light out and out and out, light out and out and out. Have you ever stared at a blank wall? Don't you know that's everything at all? Have you ever heard the dark witch sing? Cannot be, but it rains on me. And oh, there is so much left to do. There is so much left to say. There's so little left to give, 'cause I gave it all to you. Oh my house, I keep my slippers. Oh my house, to you deliver. Oh my house, I keep my slippers. Oh my house, oh my. You were cut me down a mountain, and we sat inside and counted those hands that built the ground with the folks who helped you paint it. Well, hey, we're not alone as a season. We're not alone, 'cause I know we're shaded by trees and the homes that we put in them. Have you ever smoked a pipe and tried laughing at the same damn time? Have you ever written a loved up poem for the girl you whispered, using words that you never really knew they rhyme with perfume, like moon and tune and how you feeling, Bluebird? Have you stared across the ocean? Have you seen the sun? And you, have you stared across the ocean? Have you seen the sun? And you, have you fell right out your treehouse and you hit the ground? The ground, and you, have you climbed across your rooftop? Oh, just to sneak out. Oh, to sneak right out. Have you stared across the ocean? Have you seen the sun? And you, have you stared across the ocean? Have you seen the sun? Have you fell right out your treehouse and you hit the ground? Oh, the ground. Oh, just to sneak out. Oh, to sneak right out. Oh, my house.
That night at the Bluebird was so much fun, and all of the students who performed are crazy talented. You can see all of their videos at www.dps.tv or right here on Comcast Channel 22. Thanks so much again to East High School, Richard Nelson, and KC. I'm Shira Pullman, and you're watching DPS TV.